Yo,
What's up, Crondo? How's it going?
Alonzo 8, we back in this again, Central Station Studios, MaryValients,
Alonzo number 8. So
episode 5.
episode 5. That's right. Hope everyone's doing well out there. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy game of chess that's going on in life. So hope everyone is making the moves right. How you doing, my buddy?
I'm good, man. Blessed to be healthy, blessed to be here.
Yes.
Just grinding. What I mean, how it is. We had Central Stations one more again. Episode 5. We moving and grooving on these episodes, man.
Yeah, so definitely having a good time doing this. Shout out to Sky doing the controls, Rich. Uh, everyone that's here, Central Station Studios, right on. But it's a lovely place, starting to feel nice and cozy over here. We got a good backdrop. People are liking it. People are watching it. So we're doing some good things.
Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Share it, man. Don't nobody be sharing our shit like that. But we'll get to that point. We're really just doing this shit for fun, and we like doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it for fun, but in the overall scheme of things, there's going to be a time where we are going to share a mic, and hopefully we could get onto like a little Revolt or satellite radio or something like that. I like to think ahead. Like I said, I'm a time traveler.
Is Revolt all online, or is that an app?
It's everything. It's like a TV channel. It's a whole network. Yeah, so
I mean, there's a network. Yeah, that's where they play the Battle Zone. That's a different. That's Cafe.
Are you talking about Versus?
No, not Versus.
Oh, you're talking about the other battles. Yeah, but it's a pretty good network. I wouldn't mind going there and having a little podium.
Speaking of Versus, did you watch that last one
between
Bone and 3-6?
No, I did. I seen highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I seen highlights. I read more of the drama that happened afterwards. But to me, I already knew. I mean, I like 3-6, but I don't think they could compare to Bone. I think Bone has classics. It's hard to go against them, dude.
3-6 don't?
No, I'm saying they do. They just don't have as many. And Bone, man, they got so many that they can just boom, lay out. I mean, come on, first of the month.
I think that singing shit kind of sound played out now.
Now it is, but back in those days, it was totally like foreign. It was like, what's going on with this sound and all that, and how they're doing. I mean, I didn't understand the cadence at the time.
Who would you like to see on the next verses? As far as hip-hop?
On the next verses, I saw Jay-Z saying that no one could keep up with him, but I honestly believe that Busta Rhymes can give him a good run for the money, and I think that'd be a good show. I think I wouldn't put no money on which side, but I would just love to watch it. Watch the two go at it.
I think Jay-Z catalog is larger than Busta's though. Which can you give me that juice over here, please?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. Like,
well, no. Busta's might be bigger than Jay-Z's.
And the energy that Busta, I don't think Jay-Z could match the energy whatsoever that Busta Rhymes could put out.
Jay-Z's swag matched that energy.
It could, but no, but his Busta's energy, dude.
Jay-Z put on shows, bro.
Yeah, he has, but
shows is amazing.
But Busta in that kind of form of verses, he has songs that that have different type of moves to it. Jay-Z, he's consistent with his material on his content.
Minus him though, who else would you want to see? Besides Jay-Z and Busta.
Skee-Lo.
Drake and who? Drake and Kanye?
Drake and Kanye?
That'd be a good matchup. But Kanye came out way before Drake, though.
But Drake got so many years that he just been going strong.
Drake and Kanye.
20 verse 20. You got to remember, it's 20 verse 20.
Yeah, and Drake versus Kanye is kind of the same, though. I don't think Drake could match the same energy that Kanye could bring.
As far as what energy Kanye got? That weird energy.
He put on. He puts on a show.
Are you talking about Kanye? Yeah, Kanye puts on a crazy show, dude, and his songs I think his songs hold a lot more energy than like a Drake song. I don't know. What do you think? Well, tell me what Drake song would match to Stronger.
I'm not a big Kanye fan like that. Who's that?
Woo! I like them
Corn.
both the same way. I don't have really a dog in that fight. You know what I mean? They're both like in the same element, the same realm to me. So I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know how you would put it.
I say, I don't just think I'm a bigger fan of Drake than
Kanye
Kanye.
got the best concert I've been to.
Yeah.
You say what? He got the
concert
best.
I've been to
Kanye
in
got
my
the
life.
best concert you ever been
Kanye
to?
concert. At where the Phoenix Suns play at.
Yeah. So Kanye just has so many songs that.
When was that?
What songs were the highlights of that concert? What songs were the highlights of that concert?
All of the lights.
All of the light. Oh, I love that song.
Can't tell me nothing.
That's a good one.
Mostly that whole album, Flashing Lights.
Yeah, flashing lights.
Uh,
Did he do any of his feature songs, like songs he's featured on? Like, did he do like the Katy Perry E.T.?
no,
No, he didn't do
he
like.
did all his shit.
Yeah. All right, dude. Yeah.
He even did the shit where he brought the MPC out on the stage
That make the beat.
and did the beat.
What Drake song would rival that?
Drake got anthems too,
But
bro.
which one though? I mean, I'm flipping through my head and my catalog of the Drake
Fucking the
songs.
one with ain't nobody telling me
something.
it ain't that one done for
I'm
me.
gonna need you to say something.
But that's a heavily featured song. I don't think that's a Drake song.
That's just a Drake song.
Isn't it? With that the one with Eminem?
It's a Drake song though.
Just a good verse.
The good verses.
Yeah, I think Drake and Kanye would be a good verse.
It would be entertaining.
I think it would be entertaining. I think it would have been a good thing for the culture. Also, I'm not gonna lie, Kanye and both Drake, I feel, and Busta Rhymes, all three of those, I feel have the potential to go against Jay-Z.
Yes, definitely.
All three of those have the potential to go against
Kanye,
Jay-Z in the virus.
Drake,
in the verses, I'm sorry.
and Busta.
Yeah, those three have the potential to go against Jay-Z. They have
I'm down for the Will
have the
Smith versus
catalog.
LL Cool
Listen,
J.
they all
I
have
think
the
I'm-
catalog,
yeah.
and they have the numbers to back it. So that's the reason why
And
I seen
and
that
I put
one.
that in the bracket. I would put Jay-Z. I mean, I would put Drake verse Busta and Kanye. Have them go at it. And
I
have
seen
Drake
that
go
one
with
where-
Jay-Z.
But did you
And
see
have
the
Drake
one
go
where
with
they
Jay-Z?
said Will Smith versus LL?
Will Smith versus LL.
LL gonna win,
Oh, dude, LL, yeah, would totally win.
but it would be entertaining.
Yeah. So
LL win?
LL would eat him up, dude. Will Smith. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Will Smith, but which Will Smith song do you got that just would liven up the crowd?
Summertime?
But
That's a classic
That's
song,
not a
bro.
battle song, though. I mean, I don't know.
It is just, it's not battles like you
No, I know, I get that. But
It's a versus song though. Once that come on, everybody rock.
yeah, no, you don't get. Yeah, but it's too like the energy is different on that kind of song.
Right.
What other Will Smith would you do? The Freddie Krueger song? Will Smith? Would you put that out?
Nah.
Do you-
Honestly though, I don't know if that would work.
and then you have Will Smith.
Because Will Smith and
Will Smith's best album is Big Willie Style, which was written by Nas. So
the whole album.
yeah, pretty much. That whole album was pretty written by that should have been a Nas album. So
Right.
I don't know, go figure. But LL Cool J, he'd be a good one. I heard that he would go good with Jay-Z, but I don't think so. I like LL Cool J. I just
Who he
don't.
go against?
I mean, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, that would be the greatest of all time.
Who would
I
LL
would put him
against?
up there too, but the only reason why I had to put Buster before LL is because of the catalog. LL's catalog, I'm not saying it ain't dope enough to go against Jay-Z. It actually is.
Yeah.
But just overall, just giving you an honest three answers, those three artists that I named right there, I think would be a good versus against either each other
Mhm.
or Jay-Z. Like straight up. You know what I mean?
Yep, they all have a chance at it. I mean, I don't put
We
Jay-Z
got a
at
lot
the
of great
top.
artists and we don't show them a lot of love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot of great artists out here doing their thing.
I want to see Outkast go against somebody.
Thank you. That's what I was
But
Outkast,
but
nobody
my
can
thing
hang
is,
with Outkast as a
Who
group.
can go? Who can go?
Maybe
against them?
Wu-Tang, maybe.
No, that's the whole group though.
You
I know they would have to go at it against them too.
No, you know who could go against Outkast? Just by themselves. They actually do have at least 10 hits. I hate to say that they do. It would be a battle of the South though, but
Who?
because if you said duels go against duels,
You talking about UGK?
if Pimp C was alive, I would have said that. But
That
guess
couldn't
what?
compete.
Yeah, I don't think
But Outkast couldn't compete with them because they were
8 Ball
more
and
out there.
MJG?
That would be a good one.
No.
But the catalogs don't match. But listen,
Spit it out, nigga.
don't I hate to say it, but the Yin Yang Twins.
Get the fuck out of here. The Yin Yang Twins, is he serious? Let's give Cornell a thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Give Cornell the thumbs down.
You know who would be a good matchup for Jay-Z?
Scarface?
Yeah, that would be a good one too.
Scarface?
I'm cutting it off.
Okay.
Yeah,
It would.
I like Scarface.
Scarface would be a good dope, but Jay-Z got more anthems than Scarface.
Yeah.
But he do, bro. In my opinion, Jay-Z got more
I never
anthems than
seen
Scarface.
man cry.
I'm not dissing Scarface. I think it would be a dope battle. But Jay-Z excels Scarface on the
I'll give Jay-Z that.
What is it? What level am I trying to say?
Podium. On the podium.
Just everything, right.
On the podium, yeah.
Not taking nothing from Face, because he's top 10 dead or alive.
Right.
Ooh.
Straight up.
Top 10.
Fuck yeah, bro. Top 10 dead or alive.
Straight in the middle.
Scarface in my top five.
Maybe the
Right.
influences, but wow, my list is
Nah,
blocked.
top
My
five?
pack.
Got lyrics. Yeah, my
Scarface top
Yeah.
five.
Yeah, my top 10.
You top 10 to me.
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean,
But Jay-Z not even in your top 5.
no. Jay-Z's not in my top 5. Jay-Z's not in my top 10.
What?
What?
Yeah. Lyrically, yeah. I mean,
what you listening to?
yeah, because you gotta get Tupac, you gotta get Nas. Sorry, before them, Andre 3000, even
No.
Ludacris, Busta Rhymes.
Ludacris.
Dude.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Ludacris over Jigga?
Dude, Ludacris is highly underrated, dude, and underappreciated. Dude, and when does he have a whack verse? When does Ludacris have a whack verse?
So group is spoken this stinky Luda. Booga booga.
When does he have a whack verse? Never, dude. And he's highly underrated. He's never talked about it.
It's a lot of artists that don't have whack
Luda
verses.
got whack songs.
Nah, Luda has great. No, he does have some, yeah, but he's got some.
I ain't never put Ludacris
Like what?
Aux chord.
I ain't gonna lie, he was consistent for a minute.
Yeah.
He was consistent for at least 5 years straight.
Nah, more than that. I think
I'm talking
about
about six years straight. He was consistent.
yeah.
Shit, I gotta give it to him. He was.
Name Ludacris' best song right now.
Best song, I would have to say,
Rolling. Roll out.
That
Roll
one-
out.
Ooh, nah.
Roll
that's
out.
one of my favorite ones, Diamond in the Back.
Nah.
Some of my favorites.
Just name three.
I like the one with him and
Name the
Kanye.
first three songs.
Stand
you
up.
Ludacris against Jay-Z. What's the first three songs you playing?
Roll out. I mean, bitch, get out the way. Is the first one.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, dude, that would get the crowd going right there.
The second
Move.
one. The second one I would play is I'm trying to think.
His best verse might be on Young Buck shit.
His best verse was on
Stomp.
No.
Yeah,
No.
T.I., yep. I wasn't saying
his best verse is on Nas Made You Look remix.
But he ain't fucking with Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Made You Look
yeah.
remix.
But did you welcome to Atlanta? I
The
mean,
verse he did on Stomp.
But you know, I think Isaac likes what kind of
Lonzo number.
pop rap songs. I get why you like
No.
Ludacris.
I mean,
Give me
even
Ludaverse Buster because they energy kind of match.
No.
they're both animated. Yeah, I agree with that.
Animated.
Buster's energy is way above Luda.
But they
I can't
theatrics.
use that. I can't use that.
The
If you-
theatrics, yeah.
If you can agree to Ludacris versus Jay-Z, then Ludaverse Buster.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Is a good
That
one.
would be a good
Yeah.
If it ain't Jay-Z, then Tech Nine has to go against Buster. As far as performance and energy.
one.
Tech Nine not as popular as Buster though.
You crazy. You
Huh?
know, you crazy. You never been to a Tech
He has a big underground fan base.
He got
Alright.
Tech Nine has a huge underground base.
What, white people who worship the devil?
been underground the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, independent.
That's who like
Yeah.
Tech Nine.
That paint their face like the Legion.
Yeah.
That's just what I assume. White people who worship the devil
Insane clown posse.
and the insane clown posse.
Right, bro.
Hold on, Corn. The Juggalo type motherfuckers. Those are motherfuckers who like fucking
All the way.
Tech Nine. I ain't saying you can't rap.
All the way on cutting it off.
He raps his ass off.
There's people that worship the devil and listen to Jay-Z.
I know, but
The evils.
And you still, and you know, you still have Ice Cube to still go to. You still have Ice Cube. You still have
Ice Cube couldn't go against Jay-Z though.
Nah. I mean, dude,
I love Ice Cube
but
though.
that's
Ice Cube is in my top
he has
five,
a catalog.
but he couldn't go.
yeah, he
against
does have he has a
Jay-Z.
catalog.
He has the catalog to
Ice
do it.
Scarface is smoke Ice Cube for me.
No, he won't.
You would have to go against.
Dogface is
You had to go
smoke
against
Cube.
Friday.
Song for song.
Pushing rhymes like Wade.
Hey,
It was
but
a
you know
good
what,
day.
though? But you know what though?
And then West Side
So-
Connection
I
shit.
see the man die. What are you playing against that?
What is he playing?
That's kinda
against
slow.
Smile, bro. With Pop.
But you know what though?
Here's this song.
There's a lot of great artists that should be going
No
against
Vaseline.
each other. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them we still haven't seen yet that can still go against each other to make a lot of lucrative money for not just themselves.
All right, so this is my question. The versus thing spawned from the pandemic, right? But now they don't turn it into versus like concerts.
Yeah.
Concerts.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
concerts
so
now. Like
performance
performance goes
goes into
into a lot of it now.
Well, yeah. Well, then that's
Well, who set the bar for the performance part? I would have to say is
DMX.
is Shady.
no
Lox.
DMX.
The
DMX is like top
No, DMX
three
is his thing.
of
Don't get me
any
wrong.
music generation. If you want to talk about live performance,
No. But when the Lox came
come on.
and set the performance bar, Jadakiss set the performance bar, which means
It wasn't just Jadakiss, bro.
I know, but I'm saying for verses, the biggest pivotal moment was when Jadakiss did and the Lox did their thing like they did it.
Yeah.
When we seen that again, which I was happy for hip hop again, then guess what? It set the bar for the next verses that came up after that. That's why Busy Bone was going so hard. Bone Brothers was going so hard because they knew. You know what I mean? But they go hard like that all the time. Though. So I would have to say the verses is getting better. And like like Quando said, I agree with Quando. It has turned into now a concert, which I think it was going to evolve into anyways, because when they did the Soldier Boy one, I kind of figured it was going to keep going that route.
Yeah.
And the Ja Rule one, I kept.
Yeah, and it's good. What I would love is just a versus in a comedy bracket.
Hey, would you say this though? Would you both say this? Though?
Comedy?
Would you
Yeah.
say that the bad? Can we give somebody some flowers real quick? Because nobody wants to speak on it. Because she had the best damn year ever in the last 2 years.
Who's that? I'm sorry.
I would have to say that fine ass woman, Ashanti,
Oh,
has had the best damn 2 years in the last 2 years ever. Straight up.
Interesting.
And not just music. And this is without recording any new tracks like that,
Yeah.
except for the Waukesha or whatever. She might be working on something right now, but what I'm saying is just overall.
Yeah.
As a woman in hip hop and R&B, she done had the best 2 years ever in her life, bro.
Ashanti. Interesting.
She's still fine too.
Man,
But,
Ashanti, fine.
Fuck latest verses though. Let's talk about Antonio Brown.
Okay, yeah.
Antonio
What's up,
Brown.
Tony?
Antonio Brown. How do you feel? I first of all, I like Antonio Brown. He's pretty cool.
You know what? I want a drug test. The only reason why I say that is because I just feel like there's something else there besides his anger and frustration against the team. And I'm not saying that the team members don't be treating him wrong.
Nigga, they get drug tested. It ain't the drugs.
So then it's
But people
it's
are
the
saying
coach.
like he crazy
No, he
and
ain't
he
crazy.
shouldn't have run out on the field like that and all that type of
They
shit.
didn't treat him any
My
type of way.
personal opinion, I don't think nothing wrong with him. I think that
That's just the way he is, or you think it's the injury?
I think that's just how he is. I don't even think it's the injury. I think he was flamboyant and kind of crazy before he got hit like that.
But he can't really be flamboyant because he's a 6th round pick.
I mean,
He was
He can be flamboyant off his accolades in the NFL since he was a 6th round pick.
Yeah, since then, but he wasn't born like one of those receiver divas that was highly sought after. That was like a 5-star recruit.
Like
That
Odell.
was like from the go. He climbed his way up. He got into the Pittsburgh team. He did phenomenal with them, and then once he hit that second contract,
No, he went to the Raiders first, right?
no. I'm talking about when
After
he started with Pittsburgh.
No, I mean after
picked him up.
Pittsburgh, he went to the Raiders. right?
Yeah, he went, but he only went for like 3 months, and then he like got frostbite on his feet,
Hey, bro,
which is
don't y'all think it's
crazy.
deeper than that, though? Don't you think it's deeper than that? Because listen, I ain't gonna lie. Some of them coaches and owners of teams, I hate to say this, but sometimes they treat those players like slaves. I'm being for real. Just because you're paying them millions of dollars don't mean you got to treat them all wrong and shit. Like if he told you, look, I can't go in because I'm feeling some type of way, or whatever the case may be.
No, I heard that.
Or whatever the case may be.
They really can't hear y'all. Y'all got to put that mic over there if y'all gonna be talking.
Oh,
Because I don't even think they can hear y'all like that. This mic.
But
What I'm saying is, I did see that Tampa Bay wanted him to play injured. He has certain cliche or certain clauses. That's what it's called, clauses, right? Certain clauses on his contract to where, like, if he didn't hit that shit, he wouldn't get his extra bonus and shit like that. And they wanted him to play injured.
well, he was
So
about
he
30.
wasn't
Yeah.
they was trying to set him up for failure already. So then they weren't playing him. So he could. They weren't giving him playing time. So he could get those fucking bonuses and shit.
right.
So he like, fuck it. Once
Yeah.
I realized they fucking with me and they fucking with my money, fuck them.
Right.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
know what's funny is he was in the barbershop with LeBron James, and he was talking about his side of what happened at the end of Pittsburgh. And this, now mind you, this episode that he was with LeBron, it was over a year ago. It's a year plus. He said
I like that show too. The
He said-
barbershop.
Tomlinson.
Tomlin.
No, Tomlin. I'm sorry, Tomlin. He went up to Coach Tomlin, and he was getting ready for a playoff game, and he told him that he was hurt on his foot, and he needed a little time to heal. And Tomlin was like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, I need like a little extra time to heal. I need to go back home or something like that of some sort." Don't, I'm paraphrasing, but Coach Tomlin told him, "If you're not going to come with us, then just stay home. Go home." Like he told him, like, "Don't even come with us." So that's kind of weird that he talked about that transpiring and then this happening. It's kind of crazy. I like Antonio Brown for the entertainment factor. I like that he could entertain and he has no problem voicing his opinion or his word or anything like that. But it's a case of boy cry wolf in that sense of like you can't.
I agree with you.
Like it's hard. Like if this was his
That's why I'm
first
saying he
time,
injured.
if this was his first time not pulling anything, no scandals or anything, man, he have a lot of people on his back.
Right,
like
right. Right.
But it's like, man, you called out too many, you pulled too many scandals that you don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Actually,
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
feel like this is your last time to shine. You should be taking every opportunity. I don't care how tough it gets, because guess what? It's tough out here in the streets anyways. It was tough for you to get where you at, and I understand that. But in his defense, I'm not going to allow no man to take bad treatment from not a coach, not an owner, not a teammate, not nobody. And if he felt some type of way, and that's just how it came out and it played out, then guess what? I respect Antonio Brown no matter what.
Fuck the Buccaneers.
But fuck them Buccaneers.
Bruce Arians is an old ass snake.
Right. Been a
That
snake.
motherfucker said he was retiring from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Said
Right.
he got sick and then went and hopped
Yeah.
up as head coach for the
Right.
fucking Buccaneers.
Straight busting.
So then after that, they was probably trying to run that motherfucker into the ground like they do horses.
I don't know about that.
Guys, this camera good?
Yeah, I don't.
Like they was probably trying to run this motherfucker into the ground and shit. And he was probably like, I ain't going for that shit no more. I'm tired of this shit. They ain't trying to give me my money like I want anyway. And so he showed his ass. I done quit a job before and be like, yo, fuck y'all, fuck you,
Right.
fuck you, fuck you.
You're
I'm
cool.
out.
You're cool.
And you ain't make millions.
And I ain't make millions.
And you probably needed your job.
I needed the motherfucker.
Right.
But they pissed me off so fucking bad,
Right. I had to go.
had me training the motherfucker who's getting paid more than me.
Every
bring-
right to say fuck y'all.
Right. And I'm like,
Just like
fuck
him,
y'all.
Every right to say fuck y'all. Like he been in the league how many years? He been in the league
At
about
least a
13,
decade.
14
Right.
years.
Right.
And so
You ever
what
quit a
I'm
job like
saying
that?
is-
He earned the right to say
What's the
fuck
craziest?
y'all.
What's the
right,
craziest
right,
way you ever
right.
quit a job?
I just said it.
That
They
might
had
have
me.
been his
No, like
dream
a
way
real
to
job
quit,
that
too.
you ever.
That's what I'm
Hey.
talking about. They had me
Just like, what's
training
his
the
name,
motherfucker.
Shad?
Corn, hold on. They had me training the motherfucker who was getting paid more than me, like $2-3 more,
Mhm.
doing my job. But instead of they had me training him, and I asked him like, "Yo, man, what they start you at and shit, man?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, this is the price." And I'm like, "What?" And I fucking tripped out. And right after I got done, I didn't do it right then and there. But like a few days later, once they was like, "Yo, do this and do that," and I was just like, "You know what, man? I'm out." And I was like, "Fuck y'all, fuck this job, fuck these customers, fuck especially fuck you." You know what I'm saying? And I just fucking walked out.
And there was customers there.
No, it was just on phones.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a customer service job.
All right.
But like I
was
walked the
reaction?
fuck off.
What was reaction between
Some
the callers?
motherfuckers was laughing. Some motherfuckers like, "Oh, that nigga, he crazy, man. What you watching?" Some motherfuckers was like scared.
Was this
They
like
didn't know if I was
Zoom?
gonna go to my car and come back with a gun and shit.
Is this on Zoom or like a live feed or?
No, this ain't
This is
recorded.
in person,
This
like in a
in person,
conference
right?
room?
Right.
So they were waiting for you to come back and go postal.
And I just left
You
though.
gotta leave.
You just left. And then so they didn't call you back. Hey, what are you gonna do? All right. So that's Antonio Brownish. I like that. It's a pretty good way to go out. I've never went out
Hey,
on a job
sometimes
like
you
that,
just gotta be like,
but I understand it.
with that viral lady on viral. Fuck them kids. Like, fuck that shit. You just gotta be like, fuck it attitude. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I know you wanted to talk about some economic.
He already paid. Antonio Brown is already paid.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of money in that, man. When he was with the Raiders, he lost $30 million. So
Who died?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget died.
What?
We're all coming to a head.
Bob Saget, how'd he die?
Fucked up. Betty White died.
Dead at 65.
Damn,
65?
Damn, everybody dying young as hell.
Damn, I like Bob Saget.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bob Saget.
He's Bob
Yeah,
Saget.
Danny from Full
Danny
House.
Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
Damn, shout out to R.I.P.
Shout out R.I.P.
to Bob Saget. He reminded me of Harold Ramis. Remember Harold Ramis? You know who he is?
Yeah.
Dude who wrote the Ghostbusters and all that. He reminded me of him. And
Yeah, I can see that.
but yeah, he was cool. That would have been, man. You ever see a stand-up comedy, Bob Saget? Dude,
Yeah.
that dude. I never thought that was him with that kind of mouth. But yeah. But yeah. So as we were saying,
Have you ever walked off a job like that? So do you feel that? All right, I watched Les Brown, right? You ever heard of Les Brown?
that's Brown.
Motivational speaker.
No, I probably have heard, but I'm not.
He's a motivational speaker. He got this statistic. 70% of people have heart attacks or strokes or that type of shit going into their jobs on like a Monday morning. So my thing is regarding the economic fails and shit like that, these jobs don't give a fuck about you.
Mhm.
I'll be damned. And sometimes I'll flat out, I've left my job flat straight the fuck up. I don't give a fuck if they watching or what. I left my job in the middle of shits before, like just to protect my mental health. Before I body myself and be like, yo, fuck you, and tell a customer like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know who you fucking talking to right now? I'm not no regular customer service rep, bitch. You know who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
Shut the fuck up talking to me, stupid. And I done check motherfuckers on the phone like, yo, you ain't gonna let me talk. You know everything, so why the fuck? Why I don't say why the fuck? Why you calling? And it's like, you can't talk to people like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man, these motherfuckers be out of pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? So I personally did that shit. I won't allow a job, no matter what the fuck I'm getting paid. Like where I'm getting Antonio Brown money or $20 an hour. I'm not gonna allow no job, bro, to like stress me out or bring my mental health shit down. Because at the end of the day, you pass away or you wig out and go to prison or do some stupid ass shit or you end up having a health issue, whatever, that you're a number to them, just like prison. They're gonna replace you and bring the next motherfucker in to do your fucking job. Or it's a motherfucker who's smiling in your face every day, waiting to replace you to do your motherfucking job.
Or a robot.
Or a robot.
For real.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah. So yeah, totally, I agree with that. I believe it's it should be a purpose of oneself to find that occupation that makes them happy, that makes them positive, and doesn't have to bring somebody to frequent negative energy to not want to go to work or not have to deal with people, co-workers around them. But you should be able to find something that just makes you happy, and it shouldn't be about the money. You know, it shouldn't be how much, a career is paying you to put up with how much crap you have to with all your colleagues or some sort, but make money. But to make money, you should be able to put your happiness in front of that, of a salary pay, rather than, the numbers that you see. Because a lot of people who make those crazy numbers, if you're not a business owner or entrepreneur, if you're not, then you're actually you're doing a miserable thing. You know, like maybe you're not, but you're spending a lot of time away from like your family. If you do have a family, if you don't have a family, that's all good. Then you could be, your career is probably your life, which would be good, I guess, healthy. But there's not too many people who don't have kids, so you don't want to bring that misery home back to your kids where you're just frustrated and you got to come home and kid wants to play with you and you're like, nah,
You ever had a job that stressed you the fuck out?
I never had a job that stressed me out because I never put up with it even since a teenager. As soon as it started to stress me out, I cut out. And that was just a philosophy that I had, that I owned, and that I realized. And no, I never was hypnotized to the paper of money. Money is an illusion. It comes, it goes, and it's just there as a measurement of what they want to say it is. It's not a factual thing.
It just depends on. I think really it just depends on not only your mindset and your mood from day to day, because every individual is different.
Yes.
There's certain things that could trigger each individual person differently and can turn it into something different every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So to be honest with you, it's billions and billions of ways you can do things.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I do respect though is the people who get it out. When I say get it out the mud, that don't mean that you're selling drugs or nothing like that. Getting out the mud just means whatever you do. I don't care if you're selling chicken wings. I don't care if you're selling T-shirts. I don't care if you selling books. I don't care what you're selling. If you're out there making a profit for yourself and your family, and you making a way, then guess what?
Yeah,
you are an entrepreneur, no matter how big or small. And the people who don't believe in you, those people won't be around no more. The people that believe in you will still be around and be there to bless you, just like you blessed
Do
them.
you think this is the
for
age of?
opportunity.
Do you think
Right
this is
on,
the
I agree
age
with that.
of entrepreneurship?
It is.
It is. And you see
bigger than ever.
and you see the economy, and they're
Shifting
crying out there that there's not all these positions. Well, guess what? The news is not going to tell you that when this pandemic went on. Prime example, myself and my children, we became entrepreneurs. We knew how to hustle, and that wasn't just us. A lot of people became entrepreneurs and figured a way out. And when this stuff started to clear out a little, and everyone started to go back to business, guess what? Those people knew I'm not going to go back to a place where they can cut my job off again and sweep me off the rug. I'm already doing a hustle.
This one on? Because that one just died. The pandemic basically fucking put motherfuckers on their back.
And that's why people ain't going back to work, because they're already in entrepreneur mode. And that's not being accounted for. And it's sad because it's not being talked about. And it's like, where are all these people who don't want to work? They're lazy people. They're lazy people. Well, it's actually quite on the contrary. They're not lazy. They became hustlers. You know, and they became their own bosses. And I'm teaching my children that.
But you know what, though?
No, it died. You got to replace it.
No, it's not on yet. The one thing that I do respect, though, about a lot of people before the pandemic and during the pandemic, and I respect this about each individual person, is unlearning and relearning something new, regardless if they wanted to or not.
Yep.
And guess what? Most of these people, which I think can make you happy, if you really want to be a great entrepreneur, guess what? Involve your whole damn family.
Exactly.
So guess what? Make it something that the family can do, and everybody, no matter if y'all get along or not, y'all still making money.
Yep.
Y'all entrepreneurs, y'all moving, and y'all making a business happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right on. I agree with that. And I have a couple businesses with my children, and I tell them, in life, be your own boss. Don't go and get a boss. Be your own boss, and you don't have to go to college. You can figure something out. You can invent something or start a business, and that's just as good, because you don't have to get yourself in the trap of the debt of what colleges have to offer now. Colleges, we shouldn't even be charging our citizens for college. It's just a travesty that we even got to charge citizens for that, because what kind of it's a vital investment for a country to educate your own citizens. Right? Sorry,
motherfucker go to school to be a doctor.
Yeah,
and they got
how much
$250,000 million of school debt.
Yeah, $250,000.
Hey,
wow.
but listen to this though. Who would you trust? The doctor that went to school for 6 years and got a degree, or the person who went to the library for 7 years and didn't get a degree, but he know the same knowledge as a doctor that got a degree. That's a good one, huh?
The one who got the degree.
The one who went to school.
Exactly. That's the one
They
you're
have
gonna
a
go. Hey,
teacher.
guess what? You're gonna go with the one that got the degree, and then
Yeah.
guess what? He done
Okay.
did a malpractice on you because he done fucked you up.
Yeah, and that the chances are that's how it happened.
And
too.
guess what? The guy that didn't have the
Okay.
degree,
What's
he
his
knew how to
name?
do it exactly like it's supposed to be done. He been doing it for years. You didn't even know he's been doing it in the hospital for years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a sketchy world in the
It's a
health
sketchy
department.
world.
Yeah, and I always say I don't even like doctors, dude. Doctors are like scientists, or because they wear the white suits, or you know what else? They're butchers. You know, butchers.
Hey,
You
I'd
know, they
rather
wear
listen
white
to a
jackets.
person. I'd rather listen to the person and what their symptoms is. If your symptoms is this, then there's only so many answers and equations for that symptom to be answered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know, like I said, they're all scientists and doctors. There's no difference between them.
You
They're
gotta-
experimenting
You
on
gotta
your
look
body.
at what it's called.
They're
It's called a
experimenting.
practice. It's called a practice for a reason.
They practicing on you.
At the end of the day, if you're trying to fix something on your car and this shit break and half your arm hanging off, is you gonna go to the crib and wrap it up, or is you gonna go see a doctor?
What's your doctor?
I mean, some people will put duct tape on that shit and go home and wrap it up.
And
I
then
hate
they're
to
gonna
say
be-
that,
they're
but that's
gonna
what
be
they do.
amputated in-
I
The
know.
ones who don't have insurance.
I know they
They're
do
gonna be
not
amputee in
care.
a couple months.
They're amputee.
I hate to say that, but I know people that's like that. They were wrapped up, take a ride, and then go about their business.
Let's get into Ghostwriters.
Ghostwriters. What is a ghostwriter?
What I do for Hondo.
Like a comic
You a
book?
goddamn fucking liar, nigga. I never had a ghostwriter, and I'll never need one as long as my mind is capable. And I come in this motherfucker, and I start rapping like 1995. Then yeah, go ahead and ghostwrite some shit. But
A ghostwriter in your book. If I'm very new and I'm very foreign to this music genre, and I hear the term ghostwriter, how would you explain that to me on what that means?
a ghostwriter is somebody who don't write their own lyrics, whether it's singing or rapping. Now, in my opinion, all right, somebody who don't write their own lyrics and they have somebody else write the lyrics for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
That
is my
stays hidden. You're not a ghostwriter.
Right. If you stay hidden,
You're the writer. If
You're the
if
writer,
they put it out there that you
they
wrote
put it out there that you wrote it. But a ghostwriter is somebody who you don't know who write it.
They
But
sign a
somebody else write it.
non-disclosure that say they'll never
It's
So,
not
say
an
they
NDA.
wrote it.
give me the biggest prime ghostwriter who you think has a ghostwriter. Like which artist?
Probably Drake.
So if I say,
But hold
hey,
on.
I like
Hold
that
on.
new Drake song.
Hold on, no.
Wait a
but-
minute. You tell me that Drake didn't write those
But
words.
we jumping the gun on the conversation. What I'm saying is, singers, they got the voice.
Yeah.
A motherfucker sing their ass off, right? Have a wrinkly Aretha Franklin type voice, powerful voice. Can't write no lyrics though. Can't write the songs, or you know what I mean? I think if they got the voice, because that takes talent. I don't think it takes talent to, like, if you're a rapper and you get some ghost written for you, to me that's no talent. Now if you're a singer and you get something written for you, but you're singing it,
That's a different world.
that's a different world, because you're the one that's projecting your voice in the melodic tune,
Yeah.
or singing and shit, singing your ass off, singing. You know what I'm saying? So it's still you.
You're the performer.
You're the performer. But like when you rapping, it's different. I can write some shit for you and you can spit it and it can be cold as fuck. But all you did was rap the shit I wrote for you. Rapping don't really take rapping
like
bars
that.
don't take that much talent as singing do, in my
I
opinion.
disagree with you, bro.
Why you disagree?
Because you can write for him, but if he don't have a good flow or know how to deliver it, it's gonna sound.
I
like
wrote the
trash.
flow.
It don't, but you
Don't matter.
still don't mean that he can deliver it.
Right.
Delivery is a part of
Right.
rapping.
And delivery is
And I know
cadence.
people that it don't matter how cold the bars are, they don't have the delivery skills. So they're not gonna be able to do what you did. It's a talent in itself to be able to deliver the bars.
Yeah, and being that perspective,
That's a talent.
Hell yeah.
Dr. Dre.
Any nigga can do that shit and he know how to rap.
Dr. Dre does it well.
I think that would have been the
Anybody
best
can't do it,
example.
bro.
He delivers very well.
Anybody
Easy
can't do
E,
it.
yeah, easy E.
How many
They're the
rappers have
best.
you heard that got good bars,
All of that
but
was
you just
Ice
didn't like the verse because they didn't spit it good? Because their delivery is off. Some people don't even have the talent to be on beat.
Right.
Yeah,
So you comparing a rapper and a singer in the same sense?
Yeah. Because
It's
rapping,
only like
you
that
still
in the
have to
rap
have the
community.
voice that people want to hear.
well, okay, there's two different perspectives on that. One perspective is, we're coming from the art, from the culture of hip hop, right? And the culture of hip hop is what kind of directs all this.
You gotta have
If
actual
you were
skills.
if you were like in the era of the time where hip hop was hip hop, it was like a rule or like an unwritten rule
You gotta
to
write your
be
own shit.
to have your own voice, to have your own lyrics, to have your own style. All that had to come into play with your own self, and I think a lot that kind of watered down over the years, especially out the '90s, where that era was just watered down and it wasn't accepted no more. That
You
had to
disagree with
be-
that?
That you had to be everything original.
Initially doing rap, you had to be the motherfucker with the skills to come up with your shit in your bars.
I think what we all don't know, it was a lot of ghostwriting going on then, and motherfuckers just knew how to keep their mouth shut.
You're right, because Rappers Delight. Each of those rappers on Rappers Delight didn't write those words. I think it was all.
How you know that?
How many verses
I watched the
did
interview on
Ice
them.
Cube write for the rest of the NWA niggas?
No, there was only actually one of
And
them.
see- and see-
I thought he was only writing for Easy.
And see, and for in the hip hop,
Is that the only person he wrote for? Do we know that for a fact?
he wrote for Dre. He wrote for all of them.
Hey, but I would say the biggest
That's why he killed all of them like this.
modernized
Not really.
ever since the 90s, maybe middle 90s, like 95, somewhere around there, 95 and up, even to this day. And you still don't hear about it. It's real. Only real Pim storytellers know that it was him, and that's Jay-Z. He's the biggest ghostwriter in the industry, straight up. And that's R&B and rap.
I ain't the GOAT best.
No, listen.
ghostwriter in the industry.
I would have to say that.
If you get credit for it, you're not
Yes.
a ghostwriter though. If you credit it on the album, you ain't a ghostwriter.
Well, he wasn't credited on a lot of it.
He was credited on
You credit on Still
Drake
Drake.
shit.
You're a writer.
That's
Sean Carter.
Drake wanted it.
That's why Drake don't have ghostwriters, because everybody that write on his shit get credit on the album,
And they get paid.
on the track listing.
So if you sign an NDA,
Or
you
he
get paid
pay 'em
under
off.
the table then, right?
Or he pay him off.
Or not
Yeah.
under the table, but
I've been offered a large amount of money to do ghost production for a famous producer.
ooh. I'm fucking with you.
I was waiting on the ghost.
I mean,
Right,
a
right,
big
right.
ghostwriter is Sauce Money too. I don't know if you guys know the history of Sauce Money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sauce Money.
And you
Sauce
sign a
Money?
non-disclosure. I can't even tell my mama that I made it.
Sauce
They
Money
give
used
you
to
a
write
big
for
check up
Jay-Z,
front.
right?
Yeah.
That's it. You don't see no residual, no nothing. You don't get no royalties.
Yeah, you just get one lump sum. Here you go. Thank you for your work.
Boom, and you out.
A
Yeah.
fat lump sum though.
Well, it depends. I mean, it could fluctuate
Right.
depending on the.
What if they pay you $5,000
It was larger. It was
And
a
the
larger
song-
offer than 5,000.
and the song go on and make fucking $2 million?
That's why I told him I'd rather take a penny and give me my credit for the song.
And they didn't want to do
And
it?
it never fell through. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And the girl that wrote the songs that we had, she agreed. And her mom was her manager at the time. She agreed, and she was in a big time movie.
You got an artist that you want to ghostwrite for and produce and all that shit,
Oh yeah,
right?
I got a few. I have a
You don't want to ghostwrite,
Shout out to
you
Heavy.
want to write.
Oh, you
Yeah.
want to write, not ghostwrite.
No, yeah. I want to co-write. Yeah, and I'm not trying to hide. Yeah, it's singer, like you said. I agree with you. It's two different worlds when you sing and when you're hip hop. But then again, you could be
I
in
still
hip hop.
think it's two
You could
different
be
worlds.
you could be
It's
in
two
hip
different
hop.
things, bro.
You can be in hip hop and have
It's
somebody write for you.
How's that unfair? If you're a singer, you can't write no lyrics, right? But you can sing your ass. You can sing any song on the radio, just like the motherfucker on the radio, right? You just can't make your own shit like that. But I can. So I write some lyrics, right? Let's just say R. Kelly, if he couldn't write or whatever. Say I can believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. But you can sing it how R. Kelly sing it. But let's just say you got a voice like R. Kelly and you couldn't write the shit.
Right. I'm on board with you there. So let me ask you this. Are there rappers who have a voice that you love? You just hear their voice like, damn, he sounds so cold.
Okay.
Now imagine if he just ain't good at writing. Why not get a writer
No, you're right.
for
You're
that
right.
voice?
And that's
So you
okay.
can-
I believe that's okay, but
Okay.
don't. That's okay, but as long as you don't start saying you're the greatest or like you're like the all time, like you put yourself on the pedestal. You can't really say you're number one or top five because you also have those people that are fans that are tuned with the
I
culture.
think that's why people discredit Lil Wayne.
That's where a standard is where but you're not writing it yourself.
That's
That
why
kind of
he had a
defaults
ghostwriter.
you.
Hmm?
That defaults you from a
He
ghost.
had a ghostwriter.
Lil Wayne had a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
The fact that
Gilly
somebody
the Kid.
writes for
Gilly
him,
the Kid. Yeah, Gilly the Kid.
that came out later. That wasn't supposed to come out.
Right. That was supposed to
Motherfuckers
come out.
wasn't supposed to know that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not listed in the credits as the writer
They're
or
not.
the song.
It say Dwayne Carter.
But at the end of the day, you want to hear Wayne's voice or Gilly.
And
I wanna hear Wayne's voice.
dude, Sauce Money wrote I'll Be Missing You. Puff Daddy. He wrote that. And I think he said he got like, I don't know, like $4,000 or something off it. That's
See,
it.
and
And
Diddy
that's
made millions.
lyrically, that song is boo-boo. Like, as far as
But at the time of when
the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have wrote that. Like, when you seemed like yesterday, we was watching the show, same thing, flip, block, the blow.
but at the
It's kind
time
of hard when you nod around,
It
know
wasn't
you're
no
in
lyrical
heaven,
masterpiece.
smiling down,
no, there was no lyrical
watching us while we pray for you. Every day we pray for you.
But you gotta understand the timing. The timing of that song was crazy.
Yes, you are my friend.
Yeah, the timing of it was crazy though. I mean, that's what it was all about. It was all about the timing,
But the
big
beat-
side.
The hook, you kind of brush over the fact that the lyrics ain't great. It's like a Dr. Seuss book.
But how much money did that song garnish? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, not garnish, I'm sorry. But how much did it
Make.
generate?
A lot.
You know what I mean? It generated.
Shit, that shit still be playing in movies.
Hey, you know who else a good ghostwriter and nobody gives him a lot of credit on his stuff? And he done did R&B and rap too, and that's Mac 10.
Who?
Mac 10.
Mac 10. I
Ghostwriter, huh?
Who did he write? That's interesting. I never heard that. Like,
Yeah.
who did he ghostwrite for?
Who banging, nigga?
Right, who bang? He was
They
banging.
didn't do no numbers.
He was beating the shit out
He
of my
was,
book.
yeah, he was. He did numbers. Mac 10 did
And she
numbers.
had sickle cell.
He was beating the shit out of my book. Fuck him.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that was.
T-Balls.
Whooping T-Ball.
T-balls, yeah.
And she was already sick with sickle cell.
Oh,
He a real savage.
They were supposed to know.
She already in pain,
Hit
nigga.
her and kill her.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, it's accepted nowadays to have a ghostwriter. It's. I think it's
Hell no,
it's
not as a rapper.
for the people like us who are still like into the culture of hip hop as far as one of the pillars of the 5 pillars.
Christian.
It'll always matter.
Will I take suggestions?
It'll always matter.
Will I take
But there's a
suggestions?
lot of people who didn't grow up off the hip hop culture. Don't even. Dude, there's rappers out there right now that are making millions who could not identify any of the 5 pillars of hip hop.
Elements, you mean?
You
The
know what's
elements,
crazy
pillars,
with that
elements.
writing shit though, bro? If we in a studio right now and you coming up with a verse and you get stuck on a word and I give you a word and you use it, you really supposed to list me as a writer on that song. now.
Yeah.
From one word.
From one word.
From one word.
If I contributed a word to your song,
Right.
That's true.
I'm a writer on that song.
That's true. And
That
but
don't mean I ghost wrote for you.
Well, how does that work with producing? If you making the beat and I say, no, put them pianos right there,
You're a
bro.
co-producer. If I take your idea and use it, then you co-produce that track.
That's what Diddy do.
Huh?
Diddy don't even make a beat at all.
Right.
yeah,
Diddy
Diddy
come in there
Diddy don't
and
even
press
know
a
how
button.
All he
to.
do is be like, turn that down a
And he
little bit. I
co-produced.
co-produced it.
He
Turn
come
that
in,
snare
he
up
come
a
in there
little
and press a
Or
button.
yeah, or
Yeah,
what's
he-
the
If
other one?
that.
Cowbell.
Right.
I would
Yeah,
say
more
I would even say if that.
Add cowbell.
If that.
That's cowbell.
I'll fuck that. You did that.
If that.
Put
I
that
don't
church
even.
bell in there. You know that one
Yeah,
church
that's
bell
what I
that
would
Tupac
do.
used.
Everybody in there
That bell.
sweating.
Hey,
Dong.
hey, let me
Well,
find
Mary.
out Suge
Hail
Knight
Mary.
was writing for Tupac. I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Suge Knight wasn't right for nobody.
I know. That
What'd
was-
you say about what it?
I said, let me find out Suge Knight was writing for Tupac. And it should be, I would be mad as hell.
Talking to a true Pakistani right
I'll
here.
be mad as hell.
Yeah, dude, I love Pac.
He got way too many verses to not have somebody.
Hey, you a Pakistani? You a
Yeah, dude.
Pakistani?
Yeah.
Okay,
Say
I got
what?
a question for you did. I got a question for you
Yes.
did.
Let me hear this question.
Oh, hold on. You say what?
Okay.
I
Now,
guarantee,
Wait, hold on. Let me
Hold
get
on,
them
hold
to them. I got to hear
What you?
this.
I guarantee you, all of them songs that Tupac got, with all of the people that would be in the studio with him, is some co-writers on some of his verses.
That's why I would not let no one in the studio. I'd be like, there's
I absolutely
Close it all
guarantee you
down.
somebody's like, no, you should say so and so and so and so. And he probably listens to it like, yeah, I like that. That's a co-writer.
Right.
not a ghostwriter.
No, but that's a writer. Somebody helped you write
Yeah.
the verse.
Yeah.
That happens in studios
All the
the
time.
time with
You're right.
everybody's favorite artist.
Yeah. All right. And
Even
go ahead. I
Jay-Z?
want to hear this. Yeah. I want to hear.
Everybody.
I want to hear this
Happened
too.
with,
Yeah, go ahead.
Tupac.
Oh, you want
Somebody
Yeah,
just
yeah,
said, no, bro, you should say so and so.
If you're a Tupac and Aryan, then I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this question: Who is the most thuggish, truest woman that Tupac ever really loved?
Who gives a fuck?
Well, see the radio. I mean the answer that's watered down to everyone. The mainstream would be Jada, but I don't think it's Jada.
Incorrect. Well, who do you think?
No, I know.
Madonna?
That's what I'm saying. That's what it be.
I'm talking about who do you think it was out of the whole entire spectrum?
Of any woman or any of
Any other women?
What women did he
His
fuck
mom-
with?
his mom.
Other than Madonna and
No, I'm
Jada.
not,
We don't know that.
His mom. I'm talking about women that he fucked with. Like,
Oh.
he fucked with.
I only know two.
would it be Yo-Yo?
Exactly.
He fuck with Yo-Yo?
You're
Yeah.
Tupac and Aryan. I fucks with you.
Yeah.
Let
Yo-Yo.
me tell you why. Because you gotta be a real Tupac Aryan to even know that. And guess what? When Tupac was fucking her, she had just came out with the song
Can touch my
Yo-Yo, and I thought she was fucking. Listen, I thought she was fucking Ice Cube the
I
whole
know,
time.
yeah,
Oh my
no,
god,
yeah,
I thought
no,
he was
sure.
fucking so many bitches.
Yo-Yo not more
Hey,
gangster.
he was fucking left eye. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
He was fucking everybody.
yeah. When Big
Who said his fucking left eye?
How much that's who he was fucking with before he left
Yeah,
here.
No, he wasn't.
Dude,
Oh,
she
God.
was with
Oh,
that
God.
bro. You know
She
that,
went
right?
to death row and everything. What you
Yeah.
talking about? Oh God!
Dude, she
Oh
probably faked
God!
her. She probably
I can
faked her
put
own
that on
death.
God.
Oh, God.
She
You can
probably
look
faked her
that
death.
up.
Huh?
She probably faked her own death.
No, I'm being honest with you. This is before she even died, man.
Yo,
She
this is
was
crazy.
fucking with Pop, nigga. Oh
Yeah.
God!
Says who? Should?
No,
dude.
fuck shit. This was everybody know that.
Dude, this
That was
interview,
that was
dude.
out during that time.
Yeah, dude.
Don't put that on
I never heard
No, I'm
that.
being serious.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
dude,
he-
that's
Man, that
facts.
bitch was so sprung over Andre Rising. She
No, she was.
Nah,
She
dude.
was not.
She
Once
considered
He
Tupac.
burned that man.
She considered Tupac her
before
her
she
twin.
left this earth, she was in love.
Who said that?
With
Her
Tupac.
words.
She
Huh?
was
Her
messing
own
with
words.
Pac when he was
Her
in
own
Atlanta when he
words.
shot
Yeah.
the cops
Did
in
you
Atlanta.
know? Did you
She had
know
been messing
she
with
was
him ever
working
since
with
then.
on.
Dr.
She went to death
Sebi,
row and signed the
Yeah, I
death
know
row
that.
before
and
she
he
died.
cleared up all
You
her.
can look that up.
She
That's
said
fucking
she
record.
considered him
You
her
can look it up, fam.
She was Gemini.
Like, I ain't just lying.
Geminis
about that.
consider
I'm
each
just
other
saying
twins
that.
in their
Just
world.
saying that. That's not
So,
a conspiracy
she
theory.
look at him
That's
like a
that's
brother, not a
factual.
lover. I'm
No,
not calling somebody that
dude,
I'm fucking my
no, dude. It's a spiritual thing.
Tupac
It's
got
like
around. He
a
got some
soulmate
block
kind of
out.
thing.
That's
When you
what
have
people
like
do.
I've had girls. I'm not girls. I've had a connection with a woman who is my soulmate, and we're twins. We're twins in the spiritual world, where we can go to any world. We can meet up with each other,
What you
and
talking
it'll be
about,
from
man?
there.
On a spiritual level, when I think of spiritual level, if I call somebody my soulmate, then they ain't my twin, because my twin is my brother or sister. Like I look at them like the family.
Paternal.
Because words is power to me.
Yeah.
So if I say twin, that's a family connection, not something I want to put my meat in.
No, but see, it depends too.
I
Because
never heard Tupac fucking left eye.
She burning down Andre Rising house. She
Hey,
in
I'm
love.
being honest with you. You can look that up.
Yeah.
That's the honest to God truth. That ain't even something I'm just making up. That's factual.
and I totally agree with
Before,
you.
you
before,
set a mansion
before
on
they,
fire,
before they
bro.
both left this earth, they was fucking with each other because he was fucking with her. He started fucking with her when he shot them cops in Atlanta. And
Oh,
that's
she
on
died
God.
in 2002. He was dead in 96.
97 or 96? 96.
96.
96,
Look it up.
supposedly.
She started the death row and everything. He wanted her to come into the death row. I'm being honest. You can look it up. You can
That
look
nigga
it
dead
up.
is a rest in peace to the ancestors. That nigga dead is a doorknob.
Rest in peace to both of them.
Tupac,
Yeah,
yes.
rest.
Tupac, yeah.
Donna's more gangster than Yo-Yo.
Nigga, fuck Madonna. Bitch is rap.
Madonna do whatever. She go against the grain.
Yeah.
She gangster. Like whether you want to say it or not,
God.
that bitch gangster,
I'm
bro.
not giving no.
Madonna.
Madonna is a G.
Okay, you is right. She is a G. I can't take that away.
But Big Daddy Kane was
She
fucking
done had
Madonna
everybody.
and Naomi
But she done
Banks.
had all the niggas.
Oh, Madonna.
She's a nigga.
Madonna had all of everything. I guarantee you, Madonna probably fucked Michael Jackson and Prince.
Loving that. She loving black cops in her mouth every day. You see, she had look when a white woman go over to Africa and start adopting black kids, she does something wrong. That's a slave master shit. She thinks she got control over shit. She was messing with Dennis Rodman after he messed with her. That's when he started acting all weird. And
She do
crazy
love the
and stuff.
BBC. She
Right,
do love the BBC.
Right.
I mean, he probably
Look,
just
she got a little young thing.
he probably
at the
just
house
followed
right
her,
now.
you
He's
know,
like what,
her
26,
marketing
27?
scheme.
What? That's crazy.
I think he followed her marketing scheme. That's about it.
Oh, man,
They
that's
got
crazy.
together.
Hey, Pac hit that too. You know what I mean? Pac hit that too.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Pac
Yeah,
hit
there was letters.
Pac hit a lot of women. You don't even know how. Oh my God.
See, I would
Why ain't no kids?
I would love
He just wasn't. He was protecting himself. He was fucking them out and protecting himself. He was fucking Quincy Jones' daughter.
Well, that was
Her
supposedly the last
cousin?
person he was with. Huh?
Oh, yeah, he
Kadada?
was.
Yeah,
he
Kadada.
was. Yeah, he was. Kadada Jones.
Kadada Jones.
No, he wasn't. He never fucked Quincy Jones. Oh God, nigga. I know
He
that.
said he
for a fact.
fucked Quincy Jones.
Matter of fact, he was
The
gonna
fuck
fuck
out here
Quincy
with that
Jones
shit,
when
Rich.
Quincy Jones came at him like that. He even said it in the Vibe interview. He said Quincy Jones came at me
Yeah.
like he wanted me to fuck him in the
Yeah.
ass or something. I told him, nigga, I'm a thug. I don't get
No,
done
he
like that.
asked him-
I'll
he
punch
asked
your
him
ass
to
in your
suck his
fucking face
dick.
or some shit. You can go look that up. That's public records. Nigga, I'll look
Yeah.
that shit up.
You do realize when you say that, now we got to think about this.
I don't give a
If
fuck.
you know
Quincy
me-
Jones was a big ass nigga
No,
for that.
answer this question. Be straight up.
And he was with his
Answer
daughter.
this question. Be straight up.
I don't believe
As
it.
gangsters, the person you are,
Uh,
and a motherfucker be around you on a regular,
right.
do you think they would even have the gall to ask you to suck their dick?
No.
Exactly.
That's why.
So if this nigga's supposed to be a gangster, how on earth would this square ass old man have the balls to say, "Hey man, give me some head right quick"?
Hey,
It's called power, dude.
I don't know. Them niggas, Russell and them niggas was doing stupid shit like that, nigga.
And they was compliant.
And no, I don't think so.
That don't mean he gay.
Nah, nigga, he ain't comply to that shit.
Let me ask you.
I don't know.
let me ask you,
I doubt that very seriously.
from a
He was too in love with Kadada Jones to be fucking around with some punk ass.
With her daddy.
Come on now, get that. That's
do you think he died?
who?
Pac.
He is dead.
Yep.
Yeah. Only reason why I know for sure is
How you know for sure?
I know for sure. We don't gotta go into the details. Let's just know that I know for sure. Okay.
You don't know for sure.
I knew for sure when I arrived in Phoenix. As soon as I touched my feet, my ground, my feet touched on fucking the ground. I knew for sure it was over with.
You crazy, going on.
I'm being honest with you, my niggas. I knew for sure when I touched down on Phoenix ground, because that's
He
when
died in Phoenix.
no. When I came to the day that I arrived in Phoenix is the day Tupac died. It was all over the radio, everything. Everybody was crying.
The exact same day.
The exact
How
same
old were
day.
you? But if you don't mind me
I
asking,
was young, but I just know just put it this way.
because I was what? We were
I-
14, 15.
I was here. I
14,
came here.
15.
I came here. That was the first time I ever came to Phoenix in my life.
You was
I
14.
didn't
I
know
was 15.
nobody, nothing like that. And the first time I went to school, I never forget. I only went to school for like a month and a half at one school, and then I went to another school, and then I left.
Wait, no.
I left the city, and then I came back.
I'm a year older than you, so I was about to turn.
I was fighting.
I was about to turn.
I was fighting the
15, so I was
Mexicans.
15.
Yeah.
You had
a whole
just
bunch of
turned
white boys.
15.
I don't even
Yeah.
know these people.
Yeah,
I
as soon
ain't
as-
in no gang or nothing. I wasn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who was going on.
As soon as I bought that Don Illuminati album, I figured that kind of put the pieces together that it was all a movie, and Tupac was a movie
Hey,
star,
but you know what though?
and it was all just a movie.
Realistically, Tupac and Biggie really set the tone for the next generation of music. Because if you think about it, everybody don't really know what they really changed, but what they really changed is they really
If
changed.
you a real thug
the
motherfucker, would you
cop.
play a cop in a movie?
They changed the content of
Yeah,
music
I see.
as far as allowing you to be able to
I mean,
say
he ain't
whatever
no
the
real
fuck you
gangster,
want to
though.
say on records now.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because at first you couldn't cuss on records and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do certain stuff or gestures or certain noises on records or whatever. It's really open. It's very creative, you know. And to be honest with you, I'm embracing the newer generation little by little because there's a lot they have to offer too. They
I
change
You think
do
Pac
not
had-
like the
and
new generation.
they
You
own,
think Pac
I'm
had
talking about in
Ghostwriters?
their own little way. You know what I mean? I'm not getting stuck
Why?
in one generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why couldn't Pop have a
Among all the
ghostwriter?
generations, because I done seen them all.
Why Tupac couldn't have a ghostwriter was because
He would write everything in like 15 minutes.
and everything was really consistent on the way he delivered and his material and his
I gotta give him
influence.
that. Yeah, you're right
Everything
about
was
that.
really consistent and matched
Him
to
and
a
Biggie,
T.
him and Biggie, they both was consistent when they get the
Yeah.
rhyming, they was consistent.
Biggie was lyrical. If they,
Biggie
like
could have
if I wanted,
Biggie could have honestly had a ghostwriter on the Bone and Biggie on Notorious Thugs.
yeah, if I wanted
Yeah,
some
he
dope
could've,
lyrics,
he
I'll
could've.
get Biggie. But if I wanted to like some backup with
Right,
some
I'm
trouble,
right there,
or I
though.
wanted some up crazy music to get me crazy, I want Pop. You know what I mean? Like to get me into like a situation. Otherwise, if I just want to hear like a cool like I'm gonna break down some lyrics, all right, yeah, I
The
think
story
Biggie.
behind Bone and Biggie, that
But
he didn't have a ghostwriter.
Hey, but you know what though?
That was
Yeah.
one of the rare times. That was one of the maybe the only time that he took the verse home.
You know who we
Yeah,
forget all the
he
time
had to
though?
redo it.
You know who
Because
we
Biggie
forget
wrote
all
in
the
the
time?
studio.
Who
Who's
said that though?
The story behind one of them Bone niggas even said.
We always
Yeah.
forget about E40,
They say
man.
that Biggie
E40
was like,
done
yeah, I
put a
gotta
lot
take
of
this one home and
contribution
sit
to the West Coast, period. You know what I'm saying? Not just the lingual. I'm talking about the suave.
Well, see,
We talking about ghostwriters though, Corn.
Oh, well,
But yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. E40 might be a ghostwriter. We don't
I
know.
still think there's a difference between a motherfucker ghostwriting some shit for a singer or somebody ghostwriting some shit for a rapper.
Yeah. to a
Yeah, so
certain
if
degree.
you're not in it for the culture of hip hop and everything, then
It don't
it don't
apply
matter.
to you.
It don't matter. You can get 10 people to work on a song like Beyonce. Beyonce has a team of like
Writers.
double-digit peoples
Right.
that put a whole song for her together,
Right, Chris.
and she doesn't even have
But
to
that's the last
think
time I'm telling you.
about a concept of a song. She will probably pick a beat. I like that beat. Okay, we'll get back with you tomorrow or tonight, and we'll have a song already for you. So
It's unfair in the hip hop world that's the attitude.
it is.
Why is that?
Because if it's about the music,
That shouldn't
as
matter.
long as the final product is something that people love, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the original elements
So what
is
if
based
you,
on skills, bro.
Hey, so would
but
you?
that's not fair because that's
Hey,
not what it really
so
based
would you
on.
say
that's
no?
what it formulated into.
Hey, so would you say even though he's not? Listen. Even though he's not, would you say that technically that Eazy-E was a studio gangster because even though he was a real
No.
gangster in gangster real life, Ice Cube wrote every lyric he ever
But we
spit.
know for a fact that Eazy-E was a real gangster. He just couldn't rap.
I'm saying, but
He
Ice Cube wrote
It was
every
whack.
lyric that
He
he
couldn't
ever
write.
rapped.
Yeah, he
You
couldn't
hear me?
write.
Because Easy's voice on them songs is dope as fuck.
His dope as fuck, but the Ice
I would
Cube
rather
lyrics
hear
though.
Eazy-E
You know what I mean?
I
lyrics
think-
than
yeah.
Ice Cube
I think
lyrics though,
Eazy-E,
no matter what.
Eazy-E had
Hey,
the
so-
voice of attraction of
Hey,
that group.
Hey,
If it
so
wasn't for
what you
Eazy-E,
say? What you say?
Let
Ice
let
Cube-
one nigga talk. Corn, let him talk. That's what I'm saying.
no, I'm saying I think Eazy-E had the most appealing voice at that time.
This
of-
shit sounding annoying sometimes though.
No,
Who's better?
yeah,
Easily
but-
approach. Who could have did that better than him?
but at the time,
But I'm saying
Of all of
though,
them.
those were Ice Cube words though. So what I'm saying is, wouldn't you technically say Ice Cube was the first ghostwriter in rap during that era? Because he
no
wrote
Sugar Hill
all,
Gang.
he wrote all their raps. There was only one verse
Sugar Hill
on there
Gang.
that was not written by the Sugar Hill Gang. The other two wrote their verse. There was the third guy who rapped.
That means it's the first
No,
nigga.
no, listen. If it wasn't, it's the third guy who rapped, a little short, dark skinned dude. He had his written by some other guy.
Christian,
But you know what?
shut up.
No
I
one
remember
ever,
that
no
for
one
a
ever
fact,
talks
you know
about
what I
this woman. No one knows this woman. Her name is Sylvia Robinson.
Yeah.
And if you know Sylvia Robinson, she's the one who put together Rapper's Delight, and she also put together The Message.
Yeah.
She's the one who got that beat put together and was able to show. She passed it on to a few artists who didn't want it.
Right.
Until
they didn't want it,
Grandmaster
though.
Flash.
They didn't want it. Grandmaster
Yeah.
Flash didn't want it, though.
Yeah.
No,
and
I remember that shit.
she hustled and put those songs together. What two biggest songs is there in hip hop? You know what I mean? Like if you really want to get down to the root, and she's responsible for this, and her name's never mentioned. Like it's sad, but she's never mentioned on none of that.
She wrote it or put it together.
She
Hey.
put them together, dude. She hired the people to make the beats. She had a vision of the beat, how to put it. She orchestrated it, and then she
You know where they
gave it to the artist, and said, "Here, do something."
And
with
I would
this.
say that the greatest Ghostwriter there's three of them, but I can't think of the third one. But I know two for sure. The best two female Ghostwriters is Kelly Price and Missy Elliott.
Oh, Missy Elliott, yeah, Missy Elliott. I put Missy Elliott in the woman Rushmore of hip hop.
Missy Elliott writes for both genres.
They ain't ghostwriters.
She writes for R&B and rap.
They not ghostwriters though. They get their writers credit.
Not all the songs, because there's a couple songs Missy ain't even getting credit
Yeah.
for. And she wrote the goddamn song, so that means she's a ghostwriter on the song.
And
What song? What song?
That means she might have cast them out. She gets cast out, like you said. She gets that little.
yeah,
percentage,
she
and
did a lot of
just shuts
Aaliyah
up.
songs.
Yeah, she did a lot of songs.
Yeah,
Did a
she
lot
did.
of
She got the
leadership.
credit for them though.
She did a lot of songs she didn't get credit for.
Did she?
Yeah. When you looking at
I'm not
writing
sure,
credits
honestly. I
from
got-
them,
I
like
don't
that's
know.
the first thing I would do then is bust it open and
Yeah,
look
me
at the
too.
credit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was
This is
a
all that
tradition.
now.
That's that lost
Now
art.
let's talk about people
That's
like
a lost
Carrie
art.
Hilson.
Yeah, no one does that no more.
Who?
We can't do that.
Carrie
no more.
Hilson.
Carrie
Carrie
Hilson.
Hilson's a
About
good
her.
ghostwriter.
She did a lot of ghostwriting.
Carrie
And
Hilson.
then she got in
Yeah,
trouble
I
for coming
forgot.
out and saying,
That she did.
"Yeah, I did that one
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and that one,
Right.
and that one."
Can you give me? I didn't know about that. What did she do?
Oh,
She from Beyonce.
and another ghostwriter, but she's not just a ghostwriter, she's a writer, but she does ghostwriting too. It's Candy from Escape.
Fucking
Yeah.
Dream.
The Dream, right?
Dream
Same
did
way.
Kanye shit.
All that shit.
Roscoe Dash.
Yeah. Roscoe Dash, yeah. Before he had that one hit,
He
two
did
hits,
shit for
when he was out.
Kanye, Big Sean. He wrote shit for them niggas.
For Big Sean too?
Yes.
Okay.
All them niggas. They be doing that shit.
Well, see, and I'm pretty sure it's good with those
I
artists
ain't
that
mad at nobody.
they're not considered goats or anything like that, because if
So let me
like
ask
if you're
you
gonna be a
this.
Drake, you can't
Will
do Drake
use a
insane.
ghostwriter?
I'm sorry.
Will you use a ghostwriter?
Would I use a
Yeah,
ghostwriter?
I want to know.
In my day with Crondo, when we had our prime, before we like made deals with before we could make a chance to make deals with the devil, absolutely not. I would not have.
Okay.
It would have offended me if someone
I'm talking about right now. Would you use a ghostwriter?
right now, it's different because I'm not trying to be an artist and trying to be out there. I'm trying to create artists,
Okay.
and I have to accept that now because I have to be able to tell my artists that it's okay.
Are you a songwriter?
Yes, I'm a songwriter of many genres,
Okay.
not
That's
just
what's up.
hip hop.
Respect.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much, sir. I
Hey,
appreciate that.
and what's your songwriting name?
Alonzo number 8, and it's more than a
Okay.
songwriting number. It's my spiritual name, Alonzo number 8, and it means
I
forever.
get-
It's infinite.
Hey, I get that because my life number is 7. You know?
Oh, sweet.
So I understand.
All right, yeah, like Pac. Pac was 7,
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
he was so into numerology. I'm into numerology. I follow numbers. That's why I'm number 8.
Right.
You know, I was born 8/28, 81 from the 602, born on 53rd Avenue. There's so many things that
Right.
equal up to the 8 that I follow, and I follow its
West
path.
Side. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
Oh, I
definitely.
forgot. This is the MaryValients show.
MaryValients. This is MaryValients, where we like to bring
MaryValients.
topics
I forgot.
from out the stars and
Right,
bring them
out
right
the
down to you to the
stars.
ground.
I forgot this the MaryValients.
Yeah,
You can't do that
MaryValients.
nothing but the West Side. West Side.
Yeah, and we need to have a future show discussing about what we think on aliens. I know,
Hey, you know what? I got a question. Well, not a question. I got something to add to what you just said.
Yeah.
Because you're damn right. So listen to this. I tell anybody in the world, I don't give a fuck who you is or what you talking about or what you do in their life. If you think in your little tiny peanut little brain for any second that we are the only life in the whole entire galaxy from galaxy to galaxy, you're stupid.
Yeah.
And guess what? I want to be the first one to let you know you're an idiot, and you just need to open your mind and quit being stupid. Because you're gonna see stuff that you ain't never seen before in your life, and it's coming. Guess what? And there's nothing we can do about it. And that means religion and everything is about to change. A whole bunch of stuff is about to change. We're either gonna have to accept it or not. And then sometimes there are gonna be species that come here for war. We're gonna have to be ready for war. Straight up.
I mean,
It ain't gonna be in our lifetime.
It will be.
I mean,
I think it
and
will
it's
be.
been happening before.
In like 3 years.
You know, it's been happening before. It's
He said it
here.
like 3
No, I'm
years.
talking about like 3 years. Like that. Let me tell you why. Because listen to
You know
this.
something?
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
2025 is going down.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. First of all, humans want to go discover more space because they're trying to make real estate and put numbers on space so they can buy it up so nobody can have no space. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you don't even want to explore not even 10% of the ocean yet. You know what I mean? When there's stuff popping up that shouldn't be popping up from either billions of years ago. So we got to start really being realistic and quit teaching our children unrealistic stuff because there's stuff going on our planet, and not just on our planet, and our whole entire universe that we need to start paying more attention to. And we are paying attention to. That's why we just sent that new satellite that's going out. And once it opens up in about 6 months or less, it's a little bit less than 6 months now. Once it opens up, it's going to show a whole nother thing that the Hubble satellite couldn't even show us. You know
Is
what I
this
mean?
the Chinese one?
I don't know, but it's the gold one. I think it is the Chinese one, but it doesn't even matter. The thing is,
Yeah.
we'll be able to see further than we ever see, and a whole different part of the galaxy that we haven't seen yet. Because guess what? There might be life or something. There might be anything, but we don't care. The thing is, we're just trying to explore, just like anybody else is trying to explore anything else. We're trying to find out information and learn and relearn and learn. You know what I mean?
and I also believe that they're not telling us
Life
everything
is
they
about
know.
knowledge. That's
Everything
what I
they know, they're not going to tell
Period.
us. That would not be a smart thing to
in
do.
every single way.
Yeah.
And if you think that you're not a super being yourself already, if you think less of yourself, that to me, I feel that every human should just start feeling themselves.
Yeah. And start valuing themselves a lot more.
Listen to this. You're taught all your life to believe in other things except for yourself. If you really listening to me, you feel what I'm saying? Think about it. When you little, you taught to believe in Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, stupid shit, but not yourself.
Yeah.
Until you meet a coach or something who tells you to believe in yourself or something like that, or something tough happens to you and you have to start believing in yourself because you realize nobody's believing in you. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, people got to start believing in themselves and not just believe in themselves. Believe in your logic that you see with your own two eyes. If there's an alien ship that lands right in the middle of your damn yard, there's nothing you can do about that.
You see the alien ship land in your yard?
You can shoot at it if you want to.
Yeah. People know of these things only if you've experienced something. If you've experienced something, that's where it changes.
Well, listen to this.
And people have experienced it.
Well, listen to this. I've experienced a lot of things in my lifetime that I can say that is honestly
Sober?
No, I'm being honest, sober. Because the first time it happened to me, I was a child. The second time it happened to me, I was a teenager. So I was sober. I wasn't fucking with weed or none of that shit or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So, and the third time it happened to me, I was out here in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? So I already know how shit goes, but me, I don't need to go into all the details about that because that's a long story. But
That's an episode in itself.
But what I will say is this: there is life on other planets.
Absolutely.
And if you don't believe that, you can believe whatever you want to believe. But one day they're gonna show up in your face, and when they do, whoever they is, whatever species decides they do that to you, and you experience that for the first time, then guess what? You're gonna understand that. Yeah, okay.
I'm not dissing that. I think it's funny.
There's something
But-
different. You know what I mean?
People believe in religion. If you believe that a god could ghost rape or ghost impregnate a woman and make a son from that, then you can believe in aliens.
I mean, but to me, it's like, yeah, and you got to be able to question. You got to be able to question.
I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but I mean, like, anything is feasible, you know.
But
It all depends.
But you got to just think about it like this, though. Look. You're made out. Me, you, him, and him. We're all made out of all of us. We're all made out of the same type of space components that are out there in the universe. So listen to this.
Space components?
I'm being honest.
Space material.
Space material. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So listen to this.
Y'all lost.
No, I'm being honest with you. The elements inside your body, like for instance, magnesium, zinc, shit like that. That's all out of space too. Believe me. And hydrogen. That's what you breathe every damn day. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is it's a lot of variables to your atoms and how your molecules and neutrons and electrons and all of that shit vibes together, because it can be the same way it's put together. It can be unraveled into different things, into different ways, into different parts of matter, in different parts of space and time continuum at the same time, and quantum, as far as quantum mechanics explains it. So if you think about it, a lot of people don't realize that the only reason why you probably haven't seen, you might even seen something that just second guess yourself
No, I seen
sometimes.
some shit.
Like you
I
might
ain't
see
gonna say I
some
ain't
lights or
seen
something,
that.
and you was like, man, I know that ain't no goddamn plane just doing these swiggly shit like this and doing that. It's like, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like people don't be really thinking about it, but
Yeah, and there's different levels to
It's
experiences. You know what I mean? There's levels of experience to where you see something. There's level of experience to where you actually get to engage with something. There's also levels of where you get to make deals.
are there
with
aliens on the
something.
earth? Yes, there are.
They
Are
can
there-
walk amongst us.
Are
Exactly.
there
You
there
could-
aliens in wherever you can think of?
Yes, they
Yes,
walk
they are.
amongst us at Walmart. They can walk right by you at Walmart. They're humanoid.
They probably in the
I
room
see
right
some
now.
aliens.
If
I
they
see some
is,
aliens.
we don't care.
Yeah, they can walk. They can be right behind you at Walmart, and in the 20
They was
aisle or
illegal.
less.
They was
with
illegal.
50
Illegal
things in the cart.
aliens.
And if you want to communicate with them, you got to use your mind. You can't be talking. You got to use your mind. I mean, use your mental. Or
Well. I'm pretty sure they're able to decipher intelligence, just like infrared lens is able to determine the heat
you got to
coming out
tell
of
them.
something.
You gotta
They're
learn
able
how
to
talk
determine the
them,
intelligence
tell them
coming
the
out of
way.
a mind, and if they have the right colors coming out of the mind, then they know to engage with that person.
Right.
If they're not
So,
having the
yeah.
right frequency coming out, they know not to engage with that person for whatever reasons. But there's a lot of people out there that just never had the experience.
And
Never
guess
had the
what?
experience.
And guess what? There's one fact. This is factual. This ain't just something I'm saying. This is factual. You can go look in every civilization on the fucking planet Earth, and it will all the civilizations said the same thing. Something came out of the sky and helped us. So fuck what anybody else is talking about. And it's written in stone. That's Egyptian. That's Roman. That's Mesopotamian. That's whatever you can think of.
Yeah, it's written in a lot of
African.
books.
It's written in all the books. Every book. It's written more than Jesus. I'm sorry.
And I don't believe in coincidences.
But that's being real.
I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens in a patternological reason, and everything has to evolve.
Hey,
That's a whole nother conversation. We don't go too deep.
well, let's put it
Yeah,
this
we
way.
can't get too deep at this
Just
point.
to
We
end it
can't
off. Just to
We're
end it
here an
off.
hour.
Just to end it
We're about
off.
to wrap the shit up anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this.
We definitely going out. I know. I already know you thought you. I already know you think you were an alien, Corn.
Hey,
Years ago.
You gonna
Hey,
meet
he
him.
think he an alien too.
Welcome to Earth, my brother.
You gonna meet him.
What galaxy system are
You
you?
gonna meet him.
He don't know.
Tatooine.
Trust me. He don't know.
That's who he is.
Yeah, I tried to explain it to him a long time. Remember?
Hey, I'm trying to explain it to him too, but he don't.
Back in the hood days, I'm Mars, and I was Mars before Bruno Mars. I was Mars way back then, and the reason for that was because I was already out this world. You know what I mean?
Mars in this galaxy. If you're gonna be an alien, why not say you from fucking Deep Space Nine?
Well,
and
don't
shit?
don't believe the NASA. I mean, don't believe the NASA when they tell you that those balls are gigantic
all
balls
of
of
them
energy.
go
and
the
cold
same
fusion.
way.
They on Mars though already. But
I mean, that's where we originated from,
Hey,
right?
well, look, I'm gonna say this just to end
That's
that
where we
conversation.
migrated from.
Just to end the conversation, I'm gonna say this: one day soon, within the next 10 years or less, everybody on this planet is gonna meet them.
what they gonna look like?
They're gonna be multiples.
What?
There's gonna be multiple versions of different ones from different places that you've never seen in your life before, but they're being dated here. It's
Just like humans. Just
put
like
this way,
humans. Imagine
there's
seeing an
statues
Asian
and
person.
everything of them everywhere.
Imagine seeing an Asian person for the first time. Imagine seeing someone from Africa for the first time. Imagine seeing someone from Mexico or
Right.
from a Native American for the first time. You would think, what? You would think it's an alien or some sort.
You ever seen that lady that run Black Lives Matter?
No, actually, I have not.
Nah, I have not seen it.
She alien?
She looked like one. Black lady.
Oh, I gotta look this up, man.
You ever seen KRS-One in person?
Yeah, you got the biggest nose
in
ever.
person?
He looked like an alien.
In person? You saw KRS in person?
You ever seen Queen Elizabeth close up and zoom in on her face? She looked like an alien.
Yeah, I can see that.
They say she's reptilian.
Oh, man. This has to be for
They
another
say
show.
Queen Elizabeth
This has
is
to be for
reptilian
another show.
race.
She probably is.
I believe so. And reptilians, they like to say they're lizard
Well,
looking,
you-
but they're
what
not.
is- what-
They're
what
not
is-
lizard looking. All they are is that they're able to make decisions just like a
Facts.
cold-hearted reptile would.
Right,
They
right.
can wipe away a whole country and have dinner that same day or the same night
Right.
and get a good night's sleep. They wouldn't care. That's what they mean by reptilians. They just have that
Well,
cold-hearted
you got
factual.
different races of them. The ones that's been documented so far, it's like what 23,000 that the Earth has heard about so far. So there's 23,000 of them that we know about so far, and they all
And they
have-
all in positions of power.
no.
A lot of them are.
Put it this way, they range from different galaxies and different universes. So you got reptilians, you got energy beings, you got water beings, you got beings that look like insects, you got beings
Zetans.
that don't look like insects, you got beings that look similar to us,
Humanoids.
but they not us. Then you got other ones that look like other anonymous shit.
I'll tell you where all
You
the
got
aliens
metal
are.
ones, you got robotic ones, you got a whole lot of different species of different.
Well, the
ones.
grays.
They
The
all-
gray.
The grays,
The grays, all they are is flesh
the
robots.
green ones,
Flesh robots,
the tall
that's all.
gray ones,
Man,
the tall
listen.
black ones. You know what I'm saying? It's
They
a lot
all on 27th Avenue in Indian School.
27th,
That's real, nigga.
27th in Indian school, and they're all starting to
27th
flock
in
to
Indian
51st and McDowell.
Hey, you gotta watch out.
And
51st
67th and
McDowell.
McDowell.
Yeah,
If you've
gotta
been in
watch
67th and
out.
McDowell,
Hey,
they're all-
zombies,
they're all camping
aliens,
out.
zombies, aliens, humanoids. They all on 27th Avenue in Indian School.
At the bus stop?
Yeah.
Bus stop in front of 7-Eleven? Or where would you find these? Where would you find these humanoids at?
Once we leave here, y'all gonna see something.
Oh man, I don't know.
But we about to shut it down, man. I'm tired of sitting in front of this camera.
Eating those seeds. You probably ate the whole pack already, man.
Half of it.
Yeah. You into
But I
those.
appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate
Right on.
the guest,
Appreciate
corn
you.
dog.
Oh, you already know I'm gonna come through.
Right on, Corn. And
We'll be through next. This MaryValients,
MaryValients,
Peace
West
number 8.
episode 5. You know, we'll be back. Check us out, man. Anybody want to come on and talk some shit? Let us know. Conversations may get a little weird. If you down for that, pull up.
Nah, man.
You know, we out though. Regardless.